preview the 2012 Fighting Irish football season is Notre Dame play-by-play radio announcer Don Creaky. Don, how are you doing today?
Good, gentlemen. Good to be with you. Appreciate you coming back on with us, Don. It's great to have you. Well, it's great to be here.
Well, let's talk about this year. Of course, 2012 is year number 3 for Brian Kelly. A lot of quarterbacks out there. Of course, Tommy Reese was in the news, about a week or two ago for all the wrong reasons. But let's talk about this 4-quarterback race going through fall camp.
Well, Tommy is not, the team has not dropped him, but he will not play in the first game against Navy in Dublin on September 1st. It appears the leader starting that game is actually a redshirt going into a sophomore year, but didn't play last year. A player named Everett Golson. Golson comes from South Carolina, had beyond phenomenal high school numbers, and he's been in the system now for a full year. But he's a run pass threat, but has not played. But they run the spread offense. So the thinking seems to be that he's going to get the start against Navy, although it could be Andrew Hendricks. Best prospect is probably the freshman, a 5-star recruit named Gunnar Steele. But I don't really want to play him right away. I want to give him more acclimated with the system. So right now, it looks like in that 4-quarterback race, at least in the first game, Golson appears to be the leader in the opinion of most. If he were, well, I realize this is hypothetical, but if he were to play well in the Navy game, do you think there's a possibility that he may hang on to the starting job for most, if not all, the year? I do, yeah. I think if he's effective against Navy, you have to keep going with him. And the second game is against Purdue at home for Notre Dame. The third one is particularly tough. Purdue won't be difficult for Navy, but they play at Michigan State at night in the third game. So that's tough to put a guy in there against a defense like Michigan State has that's never played before and very limited playing time. So, but I do think the hope is that Golson shows the ability they think he has. They'd stay with him, although I think there's a good chance, like in a lot of schools, there could be packages. I mean, there could be a package for Reeves when he comes back, and there could be a package for Golson even when he doesn't start at a game like that, because he is such a run threat.
Well, Don, let's talk about this Navy game. Of course, it will take place at 8 a.m. Central or Eastern Time, first football weekend in Ireland. Of course, from 1964 to 2006, the Fighting Irish posted 43 consecutive wins over Navy. That's pretty impressive by itself. But the last 5 years, it's been a little bit of a different story. The Notre Dame is 2-3 in the last 5 meetings. Why do you think Navy's all of a sudden been like a little troublesome game for Notre Dame?
Well, that's a good statistic and also a great question. A lot of people are trying to figure that out. I think one of the reasons is it's very tough to replicate the speed of Navy's triple option offense. They have a different name for it, but a quarterback, a fullback, and 2 slot backs, really like wing backs. But, they're very, very fast and quick to midship. They're a certain kind of player to play in this offense. Now, last year, Golson, who I'm talking about, he ran the Navy scout team offense. And Navy doesn't have anybody as good as Everett Golson running their offense. He didn't play last year for Notre Dame, and Notre Dame was very ready for it. They went smaller on defense. They moved strong safeties, outside linebacker. They moved linebackers to defensive end. And put more speed on the field defensively because Navy hit the big. And they won the game. Notre Dame 56-14. I don't think we'll see that again, but I think Notre Dame is more used to the Navy system now, and of course they've had a lot of time to prepare for it because it's the first game. A lot of times, you get Navy in the middle of the season, and you haven't worked against the offense, haven't seen anything like this. You're going to get 3 or 4 days during the week to take a look at it in the scout team. So I think Notre Dame was very ready for it by putting a faster defense on the field last year, and particularly by having Everett Golson working at the scout team Navy quarterback. Just leading up to the game. He's very quick. He can run their offense. Well, building play them, one right after another with a day off in between. I mean, you only prepare for one game at a time. They have to take them as they come. But their first concern is, matching up with Navy, which you mentioned, has beat Notre Dame 3 the last 5 years. Then they get a Purdue team that historically has been very ready to play Notre Dame. Then they go to their more Big Ten schedule, playing at Michigan State at night. Then they have Michigan at home, and so they got to take them, as the old saying goes, one at a time. If they play them two at a time, there'll be too many guys on the field, right? So hopefully they'll be able to handle it. But they're going to have a very tough year. I mean, they got to be ready every week.
Well, we have discussed all these, I guess, ranked opponents on Notre Dame's 2012 schedule. But a statistic out there, Notre Dame is 2-13 in their last 15 ranked matches against opponents that are ranked. That just doesn't seem like Notre Dame football with all the history and all that great stuff that we know what Notre Dame is about throughout the years. Do you think Brian Kelly in year number 3 can start to turn that corner and get this thing rolling like it was during the 80s at the last recent memory of Notre Dame being on top?
Well, that's certainly the objective, and I think he's optimistic about this team. I think the best way to judge a football team from my standpoint, I've been doing the NFL many years, I know how to evaluate from an NFL standpoint, but there are a lot of players on the Notre Dame team that project to play in the NFL. And that's what you have to win against good teams. You have to have guys that grade out, and that kind of talent, all the X's and O's in the world, and all the hard practice and motivation, is not going to be enough to get you over the hump unless you have the talent. They do have a lot of talent. They've got a running back. I think they've got the 3 best running backs at one time that I've ever seen out there. George Atkinson, who was an all-pro safety for the Raiders, now broadcaster for them. He has twin sons that are on the team. And one of the sons, George Atkinson, the second, I think is pretty phenomenal. Last year as a freshman, he ran back and kicked off for a touchdown against Southern California. Ran back and kicked off for a touchdown against Michigan State and 2 other scores. This year he's a running back. He's the fastest time player at Notre Dame since Rocket Ismail in the early 90s. Big difference being Rocket weighed 172. George Atkinson weighs 45 pounds more. He's about 215. So So he's going to be, I think he's going to break, I think he can almost bank at it. He'll break a long touchdown run against me.
Well, Don, as far as the prediction for Notre Dame, I actually have them at 84, mainly because of the schedule. I think they're going to be the best 84 team in the country, but I have them losing to USC, Oklahoma, and Michigan, and then splitting with Michigan State and Stanford. Do you feel like that's a fair assessment based on the schedule?
Well, the first thing I want to say is you guys know what you're talking about. I guarantee you that. You follow the game, and yeah, I think 8-4, and then they went to a bowl game and won the FB 9-4. But I think if they keep the turnover count even, they're going to win more than 8 games. And there's real talent out there. In the average college game, you get 12 to 13 possessions per team. Now, say theoretically in a game, Notre Dame has 12 and their opponent has 12. Well, they're -2 in turnovers. That means they get 10 chances to score. Their opponent gets 14. And 2 of those chances are probably very good field position because of the turnovers. That's why turnovers are the single most significant statistic in determining who's going to win. So they've got to be even on turnover count, and then they got a chance to win a lot of games because there's some big-time talent out there, believe me. A lot of guys going to play in the NFL in this team that's coming up this year.
If you were making an assessment, would you lean more toward the 9-3 territory instead of 8-4? You think that would be more likely?
If they get the turnover count manageable, last year they were way top heavy the other way. I think they can win at least 9 games. Because they're a good team.
They definitely have a lot of talent.
Well, Don, my last question, Don, is that big game, as Nick alluded to, October 6th at Soldier Field in Chicago, of course, where the Bears play against the Miami Hurricanes. Of course, we knew that growing up as a great rivalry in the, late 80s, early 90s. But are Notre Dame fans excited to see that rivalry continue on? Because I think it's, a 2 or 3 year deal. I think there will be 2 games at Soldier Field. Of course, we knew that as, Catholics versus convicts. So on a national stage, I'm excited